the opportunities.
The opportunity that I missed, it came back to me several months later, and I still said no. And that's because I was in love with someone else who made trouble for me with the law. She was a black widow. That's what I call them when they try to trap you and into thinking that they like you, and they don't, and they don't.
Let me put it this way. The devil will send the decoy before God sends that real thing. You know how you know when God's got your future wife for you? Is when the decoys start coming. When you run into... Go ahead.
I lost her because I was double-minded or something. I don't know what it was. But she came smiling at me, driving her car really slowly the first time that I had an opportunity to get with her. And my mind was on someone else again. I'll even say it. It was Emma Watson. I thought something was going to happen between us because we were talking over the internet for several months or so. And I didn't want to be untrue to Emma Watson, but I still could have taken the opportunity that God was giving me, but I didn't. And to this day, I don't know why.
And
I had a second chance. I had that second chance I was talking about several months later. And she came past my house again, and I just ignored her. I went past her house with my car, and then she went past my house. And that was like a hint or something, and I said to myself, no, I'm in love with this other person. And the other person was not love. She was the devil, because she ended up smacking a misdemeanor on me, which was later revoked, which I thank God for.
Absolutely. And like I was
to have a misdemeanor revoked is amazing.
Oh, absolutely. And like I'm trying to say, when God sends that decoy looks at you and says, I love you. And when the real thing passes you by, she wants nothing to do with you. Nothing.
Yes.
Zero. And that's the way it works. It's just like, I knew my future wife was coming after my last ex-girlfriend, because my last ex-girlfriend, when I first met her, she was in love with me, and instantly in love with me. She said, well, she got home that night after meeting at Liberty's, how's my man doing? Instantly after leaving Liberty's, how's my man doing? Number one, after a first encounter hold on, I gotta sneeze for just a minute, guys. Ooh.
You're not gonna sneeze.
It's coming. But after a first encounter, without going on a first date at all, and someone says they love you, that's moving way too fast. So she said, how's my man doing? And I fell for her, and we danced and at Liberty's, and she danced my heart away. And then that was about the week before I was about to meet my future wife. And that if you remember this correctly, Chris, that was a part of what you said to me too, because when I started, I bought her flowers one day. I sang her a song from Kenny Rogers called Lady, actually written by Lionel Richie. I spun her around, I sung Lady, I gave her the roses, and she melted my heart. And then that same day, somebody was on the platform reading a poem to her, another guy, and she goes, oh, hon, it's just a friend of mine. We're exchanging now. We haven't seen each other in so long. We know each other from high school. It's okay. You don't have to come. You can go hang out with your friends, and I'll be back with you, man. I love you. Go in the air, blow me kisses. And then come to find out that she was in love with some other dude instead of me because she found someone who was better looking than I was. Pretty much was her excuse. And so you came into play that next week, and you said, Andrew, you said God's got somebody better for you. And then you also told me, and you remember what the jewel was?
Emeralds.
Absolutely. I'm glad you remember that. That is a story that me and Chris will take with us to our death. We'll remember it to the day we die. That's exactly what it was. I
didn't even hesitate.
No, not at all. Because my buddy Steve told me.
Now that was God, yes, everyone.
Absolutely. My buddy Steve said, give God a password. A secret password that only you and God know. That the enemy can't figure out, and do it in your mind, because he can't read your thoughts. And so I said to God, in my mind, I said, God, my password for my future wife is emeralds. And I wasn't thinking anything about it. About a week later, you said to me, Andrew, your future wife is coming. I don't know when, but your future wife is coming soon. I said, okay, Chris. I said, to prove a point, and now remember this, when I said to you guys, I did not say it out loud audibly like we're doing now. I spoke it in my mind, and spoke the password in my mind. You came around, and I said, okay, Chris, to test you, because at that time, guys, me and Chris weren't fully acquainted as friends right then and there. We were just starting to get to know each other, right, Chris?
We knew each other for about a year and a half.
Yeah, but we briefly knew each other. We weren't like we are now. We weren't this tight back then, is what I'm trying to say. But when you spoke that, because I didn't know who you were spiritually at that moment, I said, okay, Chris, if God's speaking to you, then you'll tell me exactly the password that I gave to God. What is the jewel or the jewelry that I gave as password to God? Basically, what was her type of jewelry that she likes? And you specifically said emeralds without a shadow of a doubt. You didn't stutter. You didn't, let me think about this and then come back. You said emeralds and started walking away. I said, wait a minute, come here. I said, how did you know that? You said, I don't know. God told me. I said, wow. I said, that's exactly the password I gave to God was emeralds. I said, I didn't think anybody was going to say that to me. And you specifically said the word emeralds. And another thing is, Steve told her to give her password to God. And I got most of the password right. Because she says, I gave God a password, you got to tell him what it is.
Diamonds.
And when she said that, no, that wasn't the password, but when she said that, she says, now, if you don't do that password within this week, I'm not gonna be with you because I know you're not right from God. So I got my face on the floor. I got worship music going on. I praised God. I worshiped God. I begged God for the answer. I told him to show me the answer. I was on that floor almost 24/7. Finally, out of the blue, as we're talking, because she was discussing how her dad's getting cancer and he's dying soon. I go, I'm sorry to hear your dad's dying, and God tells me that your dad is the most important thing to you in your life. She goes, you win. I said, what? She goes, you win, that's my password. I didn't get the exact birth date of her dad, but I got the main important part of the password, that her dad was the most important thing to her in her life, and that she wishes that she could spend more time with her dad. And I said, your dad's the most important thing in your life. I understand that. God told me that, and that you wish you could spend more time with your dad than you have already. And that was like 99% of the password. So she instantly said, you win, and then we ended up getting together. Now we're married for life. But see, with that being said, I didn't miss the opportunity because I was on that floor 24/7 going, I want that password, you give that to me. If I was to pass up that opportunity, would I be here with my wife right now, Chris, or would I be still in my old sinful life?
I can't say for sure, but you wouldn't be with your wife.
Definitely would not be with my wife. Would I be in my old sinful life? I can't say for sure 100% either, but I know that I would be more prone to fall then if I wasn't with her than I am now. Because see, with that bond of marriage, guys, and one thing you gotta get to know is with the bond of marriage, God put her as your helpmate. So when you go through issues, she can help you through them. And let me say this again. When you go through stuff and God gives you helpmate, when you go through issues, she can help you through them. That doesn't mean if you're a dude and you think you got your helpmate from God and he can help you. No. That's not the way it works. I am so sorry, but that is not the way it works. There is no he in that relationship, and just with the women, there's no she in that relationship either unless it's you. But when you go through something, she, your helpmate, can help you, or he, if you're a woman, your helpmate can help you through those things. That's why it's called a helpmate, to help you through the issues that you're going through. And without that, you got no one to turn to except for your pastor. And how would you feel, Chris, if you always went to your pastor, Pastor, I slipped up again. I thought about a woman. Pastor, I got angry and I cursed at somebody, Pastor. I think your wife would be more, don't get me wrong, your pastor would be forgiving, but your wife would be more forgiving than your pastor would, I think. Because she's there by God to be sensitive towards you and to help you in every aspect of your walk. And your pastor is too, but
in sickness and health.
Absolutely, till death do us part. That means until death does away with any one of you. That's what she's there for. She's there to help in every aspect of the way. So with that being said, guys, that the devil sends you who I thought was my perfect woman. I was in love. I was head over heels. And a bunch of weird stuff happened. Like she says, when we have kids, we're going to call our little girl Shanae. And I'm like, you're going to call her what? She goes, yeah, we're going to call her Shanae. I'm like, no, we're not. We're not calling her Shanae. I'm not. I mean, some of these people, they have like Shanae, Shaquisha, and Shaquana, and Shakuku, and so I don't even know why their names.
And the devil sent me a person too, and I thought I was so in love with this person, but the truth was I wasn't.
Absolutely, that's why.
It was just a trick of the enemy to take me away from this young lady that came back for me and was interested in doing something with me.
Absolutely. And if you think about it too, Chris, is that everyone in the world has fascination with celebrities. My sister loves celebrities. She would love to be with some of these guy celebrities all day long, and she has infatuations with them, and she even communicates with some of them online. But you know what? That's just infatuation, because 9 times out of 10, there's no way that us people nowadays are going to be with celebrities or anything, and that could be the case. Hold on just for a second. Go ahead and say hello, hon.
Hi, everyone.
My wife, guys, does say hello to you listeners out there, and that she loves you in Jesus. So that's what I call infatuation, and the devil uses infatuation, making you think since you're talking to somebody.
Well, this was a real person that I met at a library that I haven't been for a while at. I haven't been at this library for about a year when I went there to, when I, for whatever reason, fell for her.
I understand, but what I'm saying...
She was giving me cues that she was interested in me, and it didn't make sense because I never seen this person before. This wasn't the celebrity. Emma Watson was a celebrity. And that was the first mess up that I had, and God gave me a second chance. Guys, if you get a first chance, take it. If you get a second chance, you're a fool if you don't take it.
My gospel sing once said you're a fool to quit. So when God gives you the opportunity, don't say no, take it. But
the second time was a real person, not Emma Watson.
What I'm saying is, before that real person came in your life, that real person, the devil gave you an infatuation with the celebrity. So you thought you were in love with so-and-so when you weren't, and that caused you to miss that opportunity. See what I was saying about the infatuation part? It wasn't the real person. She was real and absolutely going to be somebody in your life. But the devil, like my sister, gives everyone infatuations to be with celebrities, and so you're so in love with so many other people who are not even real.